Alright guys, we are going to talk back through the lesson 28 problem set, and as you can see over here on the right side of my screen, I have our data from the front page of the problem set. And so what you all will need to do is you'll need to follow along. You might be doing a lot of flipping in between your pages, but that's 100% okay, because we'll need to reference this data in order to set ourselves up for success here with question number 2. Question number 2 has several parts to it, and we're going to tackle it just one question at a time and talk through how we can use this data and interpret the information on the data to be successful in answering these questions. So the first question says, who ran a mile farther than Jenny? The first thing I need to do is I need to figure out, like, how far did Jenny run? And I'm looking for Jenny on my list, and I might have to pull my document camera back just a little bit. I do see her down here, and it says that Jenny ran 5/8. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. She ran 5/8 of a mile, and if somebody ran a mile farther than Jenny, that means that they ran 1 mile further. So 5/8 plus 1 equals 1 5/8. So now I know what I'm looking for. I can go back and look at my data and see, like, hey, did anybody run 1 5/8 miles? As I'm looking through my data, I do see somebody that's ran 1 5/8 miles, and that's Morgan. So when it asks me who ran a mile further than Jenny, I can write Morgan. This says who ran a mile less than Jack. Less than. So when I think of less than, I'm going to have to be doing some subtracting here. I need to find Jack's name on my list. There he is. He ran 2 5/8 of a mile. And I'm taking 1 away because it says a mile less than Jack. That's really important. So 2 5/8 minus 1, that leaves me 1 5/8. Well, 1 5/8 was my answer up at the top. So when I look back at my data, and it already has it right there for me as well, that means that Morgan ran a mile less than Jack. And she also ran a mile farther than Jenny. C says, let me move my data over just a little bit and I'll bring it into the screen in a second so we can look at it. It says 2 students ran exactly 2 1/4 of a mile. Identify the students. How many quarter miles did each student run? So I know that I originally had turned our fractions into eighths, and I'm really glad that I have this original paper here because now I can go back and I'm looking for this 2 1/4, this original fraction number. So as I'm kind of scrolling through my data here, it gave me a good indicator at my question that I'm looking for 2 students that ran 2 1/4 miles. I see 1 for sure. I don't see anybody else with the 2/4. I see Sasha. I'm sorry, a 1/4. I wonder though if there's anybody else with a fraction that is equivalent to 1/4. So if we know anything about equivalent fractions, let's just write them down here at the bottom. We know that if I have 1/4, if I multiply the top number and the bottom number by 2, that I can have 2/8. If I, so that means that if I have 2/8, can I divide by 2? Yeah, I can, and then I can get to 1/4. So if I know that I can multiply by 2 to get to 2/8, or if I have 2/8 and I can divide by 2 to get to 1/4, do I see anybody up here with a fraction of 2 2/8? I do. I see Anson here. He has 2 2/8, and if I were to divide his by 2, it would be 2 1/4, which is equivalent, right? It's equal. So the 2 students who ran 2 1/4 miles based off of our data, and we had to do some extra math here to know for sure, were Sasha and Anson. That's not the only part it asked me here. It says, how many quarter miles did each student run? So when I think of quarter miles, and that's 1/4 of a mile, I'm trying to figure out how many did each of them run. So this is where I could turn this into an improper fraction, this mixed number, and that would help me get my answer. So if I have 2 1/4, and I turn that to an improper fraction of 9/4, how many fourths is that? It's 9. So they ran 9 quarter miles. D, it says, what is the difference? In difference, that's a very good indicator that we're going to subtract here in miles between the longest and the shortest distance. So I'm going to have to bring my data back in the picture here to look at. I need to see who ran the furthest. Who ran the furthest? And I can also use my line plot. Which one ran the furthest? I have 2 5/8 here. 2 5/8. That's the furthest distance. And then the shortest, if I bring in my data back in for you to see, the shortest distance was 5/8. So now I'm going to subtract and find the difference here, which would be 2. So when it says what is the difference in miles between the longest and shortest distance, I would need to answer and say the difference is 2 miles. E, it's asking me to do some comparing, and we've been doing that a lot in lesson 26 and 27. It says to compare the distances run by Ariana and Morgan using greater than, less than, or equal to. So if I'm looking for Ariana here, I'm going to switch maybe a little bit to help to see. Ariana ran 1 3/4, so we converted and said 1 6/8. So you can even write 1 3/4 or 1 6/8. And I'm comparing this to Morgan. So I'm going to put like my circle so I can put my answer in there. Who ran 1 5/8. And so when looking at that, my whole numbers are the same because I've already converted, so the common denominator is there, whole number 1. Now I'm looking at the unit size of the denominator 8. I'm looking at the numerators now of 6 and 5. Well, 6 is greater than 5. So the answer is greater than. And to the side, you can also note and add that Ariana ran farther. Get this back into the view for you here. F, it says, Miss Smith ran twice as far as Jenny. How far did Miss Smith run? Write her distance as a mixed number. So Miss Smith ran twice as far as Jenny. How far did Miss Smith run? Write her distance as a mixed number. So bringing back in my information here for my data, I need to figure out how far Jenny ran. And here's Jenny right here. She ran 5/8 of a mile. So if she ran twice as far as Jenny, 2 times 5/8, and you remember that with multiplication that we're really just focusing on the whole number in the numerator. You're not multiplying the denominator. So that gives me 10/8 for a mixed number of 1 and 2/8. And if you need help with your mixed numbers, let me move this to the side here. Don't forget what we've been doing with our number bonds. If you have 10/8 and you pull out 8 of them to get your whole number, you have 2/8 left, if that's a strategy that is helpful to you. So to write over here and finish answering our question, Miss Smith ran 1 and 2/8 miles. Then the final question that we have here on number 2, it says Mr. Reynolds ran 1 and 3/10 miles. Use greater than, less than, or equal to compare the distance Mr. Reynolds ran to the distance that Miss Smith ran. Who ran farther? So I have to compare and then state who ran farther. And again, this goes back to lesson 26 and 27 that we've been working on together. So Mr. Reynolds ran 1 and 3/10 of a mile, and I'm comparing that to Miss Smith, who we answered up here, ran 1 and 2/8 of a mile. And so my best bet and the strategy that I'm going to demonstrate and show is to use common denominators. I think that that will make me feel confident in getting my answer, and I can compare them out of the same denominator. So over here to the side, I'm going to take my 3/10 and I'm multiplying my number by 8. So I have 24 over 80. And then over here, I'm multiplying by 10. And I have 20 over 80. So who ran the furthest? Looking at our common denominators now, we have 24 over 80 and 20 over 80. It looks like Mr. Reynolds ran further than Miss Smith. Mr. Reynolds ran farther. Again, boys and girls, this lesson is really building off of what we had done in the previous lesson. I'm going to put this back up. And using this information we had with our data table in combination with using our information from our line plot and combining that all together to interpret the data in order to be able to answer the questions on the back. If you all have any questions or there's anything that I can help you with, please reach out and let me know. I love you very much, and I'm super, super proud of you.